Ladies and gentlemen, so today we have a pretty insane video. We are going to be having a behind the scenes look and roster tour of the most stacked, largest aquatic animal in the Marvel Strikeforce community. That is my man, Oxts86V, who is also a fellow Alliance member in OG Alpha Fight. This dude, he goes hard, ladies and gentlemen, just goes ridiculously hard. As you can see here, his total collection power is so incredibly close now to 2 million. Now, people look at my roster. I did a 6-month account tour earlier, and I like Seatin. That roster is ridiculous. But bear in mind, this guy has over 1 million more rating and collection power than I do, and my roster, it's pretty insane in comparison to everyone else. Like, I'm at 21 on the leaderboard, but OXTS takes it to a whole nother level, ladies and gentlemen. And before, we go into this, we just want to give, a standard disclaimer about whales, because some people are very, very, confused about where whales come from in the mobile gaming industry. And there are certain individuals with a free-to-play model. Free-to-play model is built around having players that have like an insane amount of disposable income to just chuck in the game. People like OXTS, by participating in the game and contributing the amount that they do, allow potentially like tens of thousands of people to play this game like free of charge, and it still be up and running. The developers get paid. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And there are individuals that make very smart decisions early on in their life in terms of their career and business, and make good investments, so that they're just sat in this scenario where they've just got tons of money coming in, they've got tons of free time, and they just enjoy playing Marvel-based video games. Like, Marvel is a very, very big thing to that. So yeah, just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, as always, when we are going into this roster tour, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Right, you ready for this, lady? I don't know if you're ready for this right now. Okay, let's start with the top row. So, OXT, if it's been available as a 7-star character, if you can buy your way to a 7-star character, it's there, ladies and gentlemen. So as we can see, the top row, we're looking at 7-star tier 11, and every single character is tier 11 on this account. We got Captain America, just over 30k, Jessica Jones, Vision, that Ultimus, man. 7-star Ultimus, that is just honestly so incredibly ridiculous. We got Crossbones up there, Black Panther, Korath, Nebula, Black Widow, Yondu. But as you can see, just scrolling down this account, absolutely everything maxed out, pimped out if it can be. That I'd love to. I'm so curious to see some gameplay of stuff like a maxed out 7-star Wolverine. So yeah, hopefully my man OXT can hook us up with some of that stuff in the future. Some of the characters that take it a little bit longer to get there as well, but also Ultimus, 7-star Ultimus. I'm curious to see some gameplay on that. But also, moving a little bit further down, we got a 7-star Rocket Raccoon, which you can get Rocket Raccoon, what is it, the shards from the Ultimus Orb, so that's how he got up there for that one. But yeah, they do need to make Rocket Raccoon more available, certainly. The event needs to come back, man. I have no idea why they took it away at launch. It's the worst thing. As you can see, just 7-star characters, man. Tier 11 all over the place. Thanos managed to get to 5-star 85. OXT was very consistently in kind of the top 6 players for every single level 60 Thanos raid that we did. But I beat him a few times, man. But got in there a little bit earlier and beat him a few times. So yeah, as you can see, just absolutely ridiculous. Punisher isn't maxed though. Actually, Punisher, I believe Punisher and Doctor Strange are the only characters that I don't believe he went kind of fully in for there. But everything else, just 7-star, just maxed out, ridiculous level of power. And also he is what is it? He got Deadpool yesterday. I managed to take him to level 60. Gear tier 11 as well, but still needs more power level, both in terms of what is it? The stars, and I would probably assume abilities as well. But I don't know. He might be there as well in terms of the abilities. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, just absolutely ridiculous. Pretty much fully maxed out roster for pretty much every caveat that you could max out with disposable income. So yeah. Whew, ridiculous. But anyway, alongside that as well, because OXT, he is a level that, in terms of his roster, is just like nobody else is there at the moment, and we're not going to be there for a very, very long time. So I decided to ask him, a few general questions about, the first one was, what do you believe are currently the top 10 most valuable characters in the game? So he, very, very kind enough to respond with some really awesome answers. So going through kind of this top 10 list of, you know, what he perceives to be the most valuable characters. Mercenary Lieutenant, which is the best minion buffer, 2 energy offense, speed up at level 6, paired up with single target DPS for maximum OHKO madness. Special mention to Hand Sentry as well for all the stealth and evade. Then we also have Night Nurse, who's best healer in game and must for all endgame raid content. 2-turn regeneration heal for all for huge sustainability. Then we have Kingpin, best sustain buffer in game. Summoner of extra taunts, he's high health as well. Kingpin, very, very good support champion there. Winter Soldier, he claims is the best single target DPS in the game. Bleed potential, heal block, extra crit to crossbones, high villain synergy. So I can definitely see where he's coming from with Winter Soldier, especially with a high villain team. Like, you know, throw that in with Kingpin, get the assist of Winter Soldier. Going to be hitting very, very hard. So that is a bit of an interesting perspective to have there. Then we also have Crossbones as well. Detonate, period. Detonate's great, mate. It's so much fun. So much fun for Arena, Blitz, and also certain circumstances in Raid as well. Then we also have Quake, best overall turn controller, DPS hybrid in the game. Slow is OP, which I very much agree with, especially combined with Black Widow. High area of effect damage, buff removal. Hawkeye is the best overall controller in game. Ability to target stealth without losing a turn. Debuff removal. Blind all renders AoEs obsolete. So yeah, Hawkeye can be very, very valuable in the right scenario, and also render, yeah, a lot of targets completely useless. Then we have Yondu is the best overall DPS in the game. Buff removal with basics. Summoner of offensed up minions, truck hitting AoE. That's very true, man. Those Ravengers, when they get going, are just insane, mate. They're so incredibly powerful. And then we got Captain America, best overall tank in game. Energy Crater, shield, bash, buff removal, high sustain with defense up to all, and also Avengers synergy. And then finally Black Widow, who is a no-brainer. She's got speed up, stun, bleed, chains, clear buffs, stealth, speedy, all around, makes every single team better. So moving on to the second question, I asked him what was his personal favorite character in terms of both mechanics and design. He says that Black Panther is arguably the coolest looking design with a charged up purple glowing suit, awesome movement mechanics for Panther-like swiftness, mechanic of automatic extra turn on kill makes him a killing machine, especially when paired with area of effect heroes that bring most characters to low health. So yeah, I think Black Panther is pretty damn cool as well, so I can certainly see that perspective. Now, the next question that I proposed to him is, what kind of content do you feel is currently lacking in Marvel Strikeforce, and what stuff would you like to see in the future? So he's given me 5 bullet points back, and the first one is events. And people find a certain thrill and excitement for events. A small extra plot line with possibility to unlock premium content is always good. Makes players feel like limited time events are way more special. Special requirements force players to plan and expand rosters in a more versatile way. So yeah, I'd like to see more events in the game. I think the legendary ones are super cool. Like the Thanos and Deadpool ones have been really, really good. Especially the Deadpool one, I think was really on another level to the Thanos legendary one, but I think there is a lot to be expanded in terms of the whole event system and monthly system in terms of Marvel Strikeforce. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they do there. And then the next one we have Arena. The PvP could use a tweak. He would like to see a system where you would place 3 teams on defense, 15 different characters, but your opponent could only see the first team. You'd have to win 2 to 3 fights to switch ranks, which would make it so players have to think more in terms of strategy, expand the roster, and work on team synergies, which I think is something potentially a little bit interesting there for an alternate PvP system. Then we have number 3, which are raids. Rewards need to feel more powerful as 24-hour events are considered endgame. Should make for a really exciting orb openings at the end. Also help with the bottleneck of purple T3 ability materials. And I very much agree with this sentiment. Like coming from the launch of the game, the launch was like arguably like the worst patch in Marvel Strikeforce so far. They gimped a lot of stuff. Raids significantly less exciting generally in terms of the rewards, because you used to get a lot more ability materials, also a lot more shards and resources via the milestones as well. So yeah, I'd like to see, I don't know, just some more stuff in terms of raids, man. But yeah, definitely need more T3 ability materials, 100%. And then we have improvements to chat as well. It would be awesome to have personal chat, being able to whisper players we want. And this definitely, I think this definitely needs to happen, man. And we need maybe specialized global channels with like Blitz Arena looking for Alliance. So yeah, I think there's a lot in terms of the in-game chat. There's just very, very basic at the moment that would be very, very nice to see improvements on. Now, point number 5 is to do with premium, and that is the orbs need a cost review. And it comes to, I think he's referring pretty much to every single orb here, like 450 power cores for ability, gold, and training modules is just too pricey. Gold is required in abundance. You know, you need like 500,000 gold to star up just one character from 6 to 7 stars, and like 90k gold for just 450 power cores is just absolutely rubbish. Same goes for ability modules. I also think that except for special characters, Iron Man, Thanos, Ultimus, Hulk, or any other event-only characters, all characters should be available in premium orbs after like a month of release. So that's just his thoughts on premium orbs there. But I do believe, you know, the premium orbs are just absolutely wank value, and the deals as well that they're throwing down are just terrible, man. Terrible. So yeah, I'd like to see them do a little bit better and just offer kind of you know, the average player better value as well. And then finally in D, we have top 3 characters. I asked him, what top 3 characters would you like to see revamped? So Ronan was very good in beta with all the Krees when his heal was bugged and healed all to full health. He just doesn't do anything well anymore. Slow, lacks damage per second. Heal is now very bad. Area of effect feels like a wet noodle. A character having wielded an Infinity Stone in the MCU should feel the part, and I very much agree with that, man. Ronan is just so bad at the moment. Scientist Supreme, her debuff to be able to buff move isn't flowing well in any battle. Too slow to make it work, and too high cost to pay with debuffs makes it so that you wipe before reaping benefits, and that's very, very true when it comes to Scientist Supreme. There needs to be a good rework there. The final character is Iron Fist, whose comments are offense down on an ultimate ability, like you are the Kunlun chosen one for God's sake, and also his heal is not really relevant enough to lose a turnover, although it does dispel the debuff effects. But the thing with Iron Fist, man, is I view Iron Fist as a gimped Wolverine personally, and Wolverine just isn't a top tier meta champion. So yeah, I completely agree with all of his comments on D as well. So there are a lot of characters at the moment that need a revamp. Hawkeye was as well, I'd kind of throw into the list there, but Ronan, Scientist Supreme, Iron Fist needed a little bit of love as well here, ladies and gentlemen. So that is it for the roster tour of the currently top player in Marvel Strikeforce, the guy that is ahead of the curve, man, just really, really financially supporting the game. So yeah, massive shout out to our man Oxts86V for kind of the interview today and opening up kind of his roster, sharing the screenshots, sharing the information, sharing his perspective on the game, because, you know, it's always valuable to get this stuff as well. And also, just to add to this, these are some of the Whale Arena scores, man. You can see what it's like at the top. Just ridiculous for Doctor Strange. 5 million for that top spot, getting at 310 shards. And also for Black Panther, 3.7 million. But you can also see there are other people going at it. You know, we've got my man Asmodai as well, who used to be in the same alliance for quite some time, scoring 4 million there, and then 2.5 going down. But yeah, mate, that is very, very competitive for the top spot in the veteran bracket, and definitely not a score I want to go anywhere near, mate. I'm very, very happy copping like top 500 and getting the shards there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, massive shout out once again to Oxts86 for all of the information in the interview today. It's very, very much appreciated. If you did enjoy this video today, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to smash that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.